All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash, Bakatham. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and to our document across the globe. Put you in the word of truth and sincerity and want to say Shalom. Zadai and Nawa from the great millstone camp, Chicago, with our land backing off the apostle Gabar, discussing Norman Lear and him being a culture vulture. All right, let's get to the, I googled the word. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, I'll just do it like this. Cultural vulture. A person who is very interested in the arts, especially to an obsessive degree. Alright? It says, okay, well, that's what it says. I thought I had more, but, right, a cultural vulture is a person who is very interested in the arts, especially to an obsessive degree. And we know that this devil, Esau Edom, is very obsessive over Jake. In fact, let's get this real quick. Slack it. Damn. Let's get the other one. Diligent search. Why you spell diligent? Now, come on. Slack it. This is Psalms 64 and 6. Not sure. It's perfect. This is Psalm 64 and 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O Lord, O power in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." You know, this is a prayer that is very useful, man. All right, because we know Satan is a roaring lion walking around seeking whom he may devour. All right, Satan is traveling up and down the earth, man, trying to capture the souls of the Israelites. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." So when Esau come in like a flood, you want to have the power and protection of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai watching over you, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Right? Not only are they physically going to come and lay hands on you, all right, they're speaking out against you, man. All right, you're the root and cause of all America's problems. All right, we're degenerates and we're this and we're that. We need to be eradicated, and the proof of that is on the Native American Indians, man. And even now, with the food deserts in our community, the low quality of food and education, you see, so that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? It's the Israelites, the elect. Suddenly, do they shoot at him and fear not? Right, man. They had no repercussions for their actions against Jake. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" Right, man. We're going to Norman Lear. You heard the lady talk about how, or not her, damn, I just forgot his name. The gentleman who gave Norman Lear the creative ideas for these shows, right? He would have conversations with these men or with that man, and then turned around and backdoored him, man. You see, and it's been kept a secret for years. But even when I was a kid, I just see Norman Lear. I just knew his, I didn't know who he was or what he looked like. I just knew that I seen his name on those said shows, and they were all black, man. We were brought up in a household like that. We're really militant, but we're being made aware of, of our plight, so to speak, as being so-called African Americans. All right, and Norman Lear name would pop up in a lot of places. We're like, damn, I think that was see how the writer like Saul Turtletop and Bernie Orenstein, who wrote Sanford and Son. Like, these all white people, Edomites, sounding like Edomites. So it kind of always, always wondered why. I know. All right, verse 6 is the point. I know it's not. They search out iniquities, they accomplish. This is the point. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right, and he made a diligent search, man. Esau is obsessive. At Jake, we had these combines and these drafts where they got to get poked and prodded and measured. You see, examined and tested to see if they are capable of performing the job. All right, you can look at the projects that were being built in those high rises in the communities, Jake communities, where you have people living like rats on top of each other, man. Stacked up to 40, 50, 60 stories high. 400 units in that Mickey Ficky, man. You see? Then when they removed the man out of the house and made it Section 8, you saw the degeneracy of our people, man. All right? See? It comes with diligent search, man. They know how Jake moves and reacts. That's why you got these censuses. That's why you got all these polls and all these surveys that they do, all right, to further increase their understanding. So their obsession with Jake. All right, they have a industry an institute called the Tavistock Institute. All right, and they are what they do. They study human relations. All right, and best believe Esau's the head of that. All right, so let's get back to this video. Now, I seen this video here some time ago. I don't know how long, a while ago. It wasn't 7 years, like I said, but it was a while ago. And I really wonder what happened to James, man. If you ever watched Good Times, when they got that phone call, that was the first time Esther Rowe was playing their mom. She's like, damn. All right. Those old folks remember that. But here we go.
The differences we had on that show, and we had a number of differences, as evidenced by my early departure from the show, was I felt that with two other younger children, one of whom who aspired to become a Supreme Court justice, that would be Ralph Carter or Michael, and the other, Bernadette Stennis, I think she aspired to become a surgeon. And the differences I had with the producers of the show was that I felt too much emphasis was being put on JJ and his chicken hat and saying dynamite every third page, when just as much emphasis and mileage could have been gotten out of my other two children and the concomitant jokes and humor that could have come out of that. But I wasn't the most diplomatic guy, like I said, in those days, and they got tired of having their lives threatened over jokes. So they said, to tell you what, why don't we kill him off and we'll all get on with our lives. Life's too short.
Well, you heard them, we got this thing called stereotyping or cast typing, which means you're, they put you, let's look up the definition. Stereotype. Stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. All right, and what comes to mind is Samuel Jackson, man. All right, you always gotta yell, say motherfucker in all this damn in all this movies, man. You see, you got people who are just shucking and jiving. All right, you hear a lot of people, actors in the entertainment world, who had to leave shows and do their own thing because they got tired of playing simple roles, man. You see, Jay is much more diverse than the box they try to put you in and portray on television, man. All right, let's look at this word, typecasting. It says, assign an actor or actress repeatedly to the same type of role as a result of appropriateness of their appearance or previous success in roles. All right. Um, Same thing, man. All right. It's just different. Same but different. All right. You got these actors and actresses who are just designed to play certain roles. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, you got Jake who are good at particular roles, but just much more than that. You see, and that's why they like to show where they show their range of acting. It might be a drama. They might do horror. They might do comedy. They might do true, real life or based on true stories. See, all right. But once Hollywood typecasting, and what they did to John Amos here with JJ, all right, had him. Am I still recording? Had him just shucking and jiving the whole damn series, man. You know, and John Amos is a big angry black man. You know, and he would constantly get into it with the writers and the directors of the show, man. Which was the head, which was the creator, which is who? Norman Lear. Let's continue. Hold on, I got the scripture. Well, you know, I'm gonna let it play. Then I'm gonna get the scriptures.
With our life's too short. So that taught me a lesson that I wasn't as important as I thought I was to the show or to Norman Lear's plans. And he was not about to have a disruptive factor. That was me, a disruptive factor.
All right, shut up and dribble. You know, stay in your place. You see, once you speak out, you're blackballed. How many shows did you see John Amos in after that? Look at this filter here. Blackballs and reject someone, usually a candidate applying to become a member of a private club, typically by means of a secret ballot. So they conspired against this man. All right, for him speaking his mind, for him wanting to show Jake in a more positive light. All right, it was so funny. Years later, they come out with the Cosby Show. All right, the dad is a doctor, the mom a lawyer. The oldest one was married a surgeon or something like that. Then the niece, she goes off to college and becomes goes to Spelman, something like that. You see, you know, and these are the hypocrisies of Esau, man. All right, you see, Cosby shuck and jived his way into to his status, man. Although he tried to get his own production company and try to buy certain radio television stations or open up his own, they started bringing out these accusations against him, man. You see, all this is done in secret. Like you got to read in that Psalms.
Not about to have a disruptive factor. That was me, a disruptive factor. I got the call. We were on hiatus when I found that I was no longer to be a part of the show. And Norman's secretary at that time, a very nice young lady by the name of J.D. Joe, called and said, "John, Norman would like to speak to you." And I thought that was kind of unusual as we were on hiatus. And so Norman got on the phone. He said, "Big John." I said, "Yes, Norman." He said, "I've got some good news and some bad news. What do you want first?" I said, "Hey, it's your dime. You made the call." He said, "Well, the good news is we've been picked up for another season," which was a foregone conclusion because we'd never been out of it. Once we broke into the top 10, we never were out of it, and we stayed in the top 5 for quite a few weeks, if I remember correctly. One way or the other, I couldn't understand why he was calling me to tell me that we were renewed. And then he said, "You want the bad news?" I said, "Sure, how bad can it be?" He said, "You won't be with us." And I said, "Nothing." I didn't say a word. I let that register for a minute. He said, "You still there?" I said, "Yeah, I'm here, Norman." "Well, don't you want to say something?" He said, "What can I say?" It's your show. Have a good life. Click. And that was it. I was going to be, recalcitrant to the end. You won't get me to roll over and cry for the job. No, forget you, man. But I didn't curse or anything. I just hung up the phone. And he didn't call me back to see if I had anything else to say. I never heard from him again for months and months and months.
You see? All right. And this is the Amos of Esau, man. Another scripture. Another one came to mind too. Lord willing, if I be able to get it. It's Psalms 137 and 4 and 3. So for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they wasted us, required of us, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? All right, and that's what these producers and writers and directors, all right, they want you to shuck and jive, man. You want JJ to wear a chicken hat and say dynamite and smile with them big lips. All right, they man, who else, man? Your Keenan and Kales and your Key and Peels, and these entertainers are here just to entertain Esau, man. But court jesters in the house of the king, which is Esau right now, man. All right. Now let's get this in the apocrypha, and I'm going to close on that. Rock 13. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get to the point. Sirach 13 and 4. If thou be for a prophet, tomorrow Esau, if thou be for a prophet, he will use thee. If thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If you have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. At the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou not be deceived and brought down in thy validity, man. And although, like John Amos was saying, they was in the top 10 the whole time, even the top 5 for many weeks. All right, and that was for the prophet of Norman Lear, man. He received the residuals and the credits, and them shows still playing on television, man. You see. But because he wanted to portray a better image of the nuclear family, all right, how many shows they had a black parent and a white parent back in those days, man, and the kids together and had manners and was being raised so-called the right way, man. But the moment you speak up is the moment you get out, man. All right. Now I think about Coming to America, but that was Eddie Murphy. That got casted for that, I'm trying to think of some of the shows he was in later, but that Coming to America was one, man. All right, but you didn't really see John Amos anymore, So that must say shalom.